people. So I got another back with another album review, and today I'm talking about this album right here. Apollo Brown. The album is entitled 38. Before I even get into the album, this is one of the albums that makes me enjoy having physical copies. First, I thought the cover art for me was pretty dope. Look at the back, it's listed looks like movie credits and whatnot. And it also, if I can get this open, at least the one I bought, get this sort of bonus 5-inch vinyl. I have nothing to play this on, but it's cool just to have it. And this has 2 bonus cuts on here that aren't on the physical CD or whatever. And shout out to FYE to where I actually got this album from. I was not expecting to find this at all at FYE. But anywho, Apollo Brown is a producer from Detroit. I know him he produced an album from a group called The Left, which is a group who I think is also from Detroit. They had an album called Gas Smells. He produced that. That was pretty much how I became a fan of him, through that album. And then he had the Clouds album and a few other things he put out. He also did an album called Trophies with OC. So he got plenty of stuff you've never heard of. He got plenty of material to go back and look up on him. And pick this back up. I'll just get back straight into this album. Instrumental project. Like I said, he's not a producer rapper, so it's just straight instrumentals. A nice, healthy dosage of instrumentals. You got 20 tracks on here, not including the 2 extra ones that come on the vinyl. Beat wise, it's very has a real old school, vintage. I wouldn't even say 90s, 70s, 80s sound to it. The drums don't really hit that hard on the instrumentals. It's more so just something that, at least for me, that you can just really vibe to. I had this in the background while I was writing earlier, and it's the perfect thing for me to listen to if I'm just kind of just relaxing and chilling. Some good head nodding tracks on here, and like I said, not anything that hits extra hard, but stuff that you just kind of nod to and chill to. He used some really good vocal samples to cover to put over the beats, I should say. A lot of them, I'm gonna say a lot of them. Most of them I probably couldn't name where the original samples come from, but he definitely picked good samples to go over the beats. At times, some of the sample chops for the vocals get a little repetitive, but that's one minor thing. The beats though are still pretty good. Like I said, not too many tracks that hit hard, but just kind of just real mellow, real low key, real vintage, real old school kind of, I guess, Detroit sound to it. Plenty of standout tracks on here, at least for me. This was one of those albums that sometimes I gotta listen to something a few times before I actually like it. This I dug on the first listen through, and this would be something that I would come back and keep listening to. Standout tracks. Let's see, yeah, okay, I gotta look down to remember all these. The opener 38 was a good opener. Learn the Meaning was a good track on here, the sample he used on that. Shotguns in Hell was a good track, but that would be one of the examples I would use as to where the sample, the vocal sample, can get a little bit repetitive. You hear this constant oh no, high pitched oh no, and it kind of repeats enough. That sometimes for me it gets a little annoying, but that Air track was pretty cool. Warning was a dope track. It feels like a Mob Boss, 1980s Mob Boss track. Sweet Revival was dope. Life is a Wheel was a really good one. That reminded me of something that I would hear on a Cunning Linguist album. I could hear them going over that. Never Disappear was dope. Strange Things was dope. I like the sample on that too. Like I said, I can't remember what the sample comes from, but that was pretty good. Having It Last. A Wise Man's Woman, that was probably one of my favorites on here. That was a really good one. Waiting Gold was a dope one. And track number 20, The Answer, which is probably my favorite track on there. I don't know where that sample's from. It's a real, I can't even think of ways to describe like what music genre that sample would come from. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it. But that for me was like that's the one track that I'll come back here and I'll listen to and I'll put that on repeat. Yeah, this is a really good instrumental project in my opinion. It's the perfect thing to just kind of sit back and just kind of vibe to. Like I said, for me, it's background music, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I throw this on like when I'm writing, just to have something else in the background playing, and it just helps me just kind of like zone out. Like I said, 20 tracks, so you get a nice, good dosage of instrumentals. Oh, and let me actually mention the vinyl real quick. The 2 bonus tracks have the only feature on the whole project. Rock Marciano goes over 2 of these beats. He goes over the Shotguns in Hell beat, and then there's another one called Lonely and Cold that he goes over. And these beats fit rock style. Rock is very like really chill, and these beats are really like mellow, kind of like that. So they fit him pretty good. Shoot, they might could consider doing an EP together. I think that his beats, Apollo's beats, fit rock style pretty good. Yeah, I don't really have a whole much else to say. I really enjoyed listening to this. Like I said, aside from some of the vocal chops sometimes getting a bit repetitive, even sometimes the beats, they don't switch up like that often, but still, the samples were pretty dope. I love the old school, like just vintage, just like feel to it, and that's a constant thing throughout the album. Most of the tracks have that kind of feel to them, and like I said, it helps me just kind of zone out, just throw the headphones on or whatever, just kind of chill. So if you haven't heard of Apollo Brown, you just want some good instrumentals to chill to, you should probably check this out. He's signed to Mellow Music Group, who, if you don't know, is a one of the best, in my opinion, as far as like underground hip hop labels. Home to Odyssey, just to name who. If you don't know who Odyssey is, you definitely need to go check him out. But yeah, he's part of that group. So yeah, man, this was a really dope project, in my opinion. So I'll cover one more time because I just like looking at this. Yeah, man, go check them out. So they're something just to chill, maybe in the car, maybe just, like I said, background study music. This would be something good to throw on, in my opinion. So that's about it. Not gonna drag this out too long. Apollo Brown, 38. Go check it out. I'll leave the link in the description to his Bandcamp, so you can get the album a listen if you want to. And that's about it. It's Matt 410. I'm out. Till next time. Catch y'all later.